Hello guys, I hope you all are doing good. I am Vishali Kikan and we are discussing the EMFT. So today we are going to discuss the image problem in electrostatics. So what is the problem of image? The problem of image arises when we have a point charge in front of grounded conducting plate. So let's understand what problem the point charge will be creating if it is in front of grounded conducting plane. So let's understand what is an electrical image first. The electrical image concept, first of all, we are going to discuss this, and after that we will be seeing what is the problem it is going to create with the help of the various parameters, right? So if I have a conductor, the conductor is present in the distribution of external charge, right? So if I have a point charge, or even if I have a distribution of the external charge, if I have a line charge density, hollow sphere, solid sphere, anything in nearby to the plane which is a conducting plane, right? So we will be having some influence on the potential and the field. We all know there will be some boundary conditions if I have the dielectric conductor boundary, right? The reflection and the refraction of the electric field intensity will be taking place, and due to that we will be having the changed potential and the changed electric field. So we are going to replace the conductor with a fictitious charge. I am going to remove the conductor and I am going to place a fictitious charge which is called the image charge, right? So now we have, instead of one charge, the point charge, instead of this charge, I will be having the two charges, and I have removed the conductor. And I know easily how I can find out the electric field, potential, electric field lines, anything if I have the collection of two charges, right? So this method we will be using, and the method of removing the conductor, replacing it with the image charge, which is the fictitious charge, is known as the electrical image creation. Now, the method of image was introduced by the Lord Kelvin. Lord Kelvin was a graduate student that time when he introduced this problem. And he gave this solution also to this problem, that when I have conductor in front of a point charge, how the electric field and the potential and the other quantities are going to modify. Right, so this problem there with the potential, electric field, electric flux density, as well as the surface charge density, all of them are going to modify if I have the conducting plane present in vicinity of a point charge. So he gave a solution as well. He gave a method by which we can solve this problem, right? We can replace the conductor with the fictitious charge, that is the image charge, and by this method we can determine the potential, the electric field intensity, the electric flux density, as well as the surface charge density, avoiding the Poisson's or the Laplace equation, right? So this is how our images would be there. If I have point charge Q, then I will be having the image. So this is the image charge which is minus Q. It will be having the same magnitude but opposite nature. So if I have plus Q, the image would be minus Q, right? If I have line charge density, which is having the line charge density rho L, so this line charge is also going to make an image. So the line charge density is going to become minus rho L, right? So this is how we are going to change the parameters if I have the conductor. Right, if I have the surface charge density, so I will be replacing it with the surface charge density. If I have volume charge density, if I have the volume charge density minus rho v, it is replaced by the same magnitude, but the volume charge density will become here rho v. Right, the nature of charge will change. This thing you should remember. So here, this would be my equipotential surface. The conductor would be my equipotential surface, and the image is formed inside the conducting region, right? So here we had the Q, rho L and minus rho V, which was present in the air or the dielectric, and inside the conductor we have formed the image. So potential here would be 0 or constant potential on the conducting surface. As I already told you, the conducting surface is the equipotential surface, right? And on the surface, Poisson's equation and the boundary conditions are also satisfied. So we need not to worry about the Poisson's equation, the boundary conditions. We can just simply make the image charge, and with the help of the combination of the two charge, with the help of q and minus q, I can find out the any of the parameter v, e, d or rho. So we can find out any of the parameter at any point in the vicinity of this charge, right? So I hope you understood this problem. So here you can see we have the minus q charge, which is the image charge. This is the q charge, which is our main charge, which is present at the point A. At the same distance inside the conductor, this is the mirror image that we have formed, the same magnitude but opposite sign. So minus q is formed at the B point, and now we have combined them and we have taken a point P on the surface only, right? So at the surface we are going to see what would be the direction of the electric field. So the electric field would be present in this direction, right? In the inside direction we will be having the electric field due to the point A only. So direction is not influenced by the B. So the minus q is the mirror image of A, and it is also known as the image charge. Now the surface density of the induced charge will be the electric field due to this charge and the electric field due to this charge. If I need to find out the total electric field at the point P, I will be finding out the electric field due to the charge at A, and I will be finding out the electric field at the charge at B, and then I will be having the vector addition. So total electric field would be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon the distance. Distance is AP square, and here we will be having plus q upon BP square, right? So here we will be having this to be minus E. So here we will be having 2q upon 4 pi epsilon naught A upon AP cube, right? So this is how we will be having the unit vector. A upon AP would be the unit vector along this direction, right? And this is how we can have the final electric field at the point P, which is denoted in the negative sign, because here we have one charge as minus q and one charge as plus q. So sigma would be minus qa upon 2 pi AP cube, right? So let's understand the electric line of force, how the electric line of force are going to vary. So here you can see this is my plus q, which is present above the conductor in the air, and this is the minus q, the image charge, which is formed inside the conductor. And we all know the electric line of force will arise from the positive charge and they will be terminating at the negative charge. So you can see this is how we can make the electric line of force always arising from the plus q and terminating at the minus q. At any point I can find out the any of the parameter v, e, d or rho by drawing the distance between the plus q and the p and minus q and the p. So we have taken them to be equal to r1 and r2. So this is the more generalized solution. So here you can see we have taken r1 to be x, y, z minus h, right? So r1 would be x, y, z minus h, and r2 would be, it would be same parameter for x, y, but we will be having z plus h. Only z is changing for r1 and r2, right? For r1 we have the z like this from here itself only, and here for r2 we will be having the higher z. So you can see we have placed r1 as x, y, z minus h, r2 as x, y, z plus h. So now the electric field would be the summation of both of them. So qr upon 4 pi epsilon naught r1 cube minus qr upon 4 pi epsilon naught magnitude of r2 cube, right? So now here q upon 4 pi epsilon naught we can take outside. R is xax plus yay plus z minus haz. Here magnitude of r would be r1. So this is the r1, so we will be taking the magnitude of r1, x square plus y square plus z minus h square under root and whole the power 3. Similarly here we have minus xax plus yay plus z plus h az and under root x square plus y square plus z plus h whole square over the power 3. So overall we have the cube of magnitude of r2. So now when the z is 0, we have only z component. Then at that time we will be having the E, which is normal to the surface, right? So at that time we can find out the V as well. So V would be q upon 4 pi epsilon naught 1 upon magnitude of R1 minus 1 upon magnitude of R2. Magnitude of R1 would be x square plus y square plus z minus z square. What is the magnitude of R2? 1 upon under root x square plus y square plus z plus h square. And rho s can be found out with the help of E, right? We can find out the normal component of the electric field, and we can find out rho s by multiplying it with epsilon naught. So I hope you understood how we can find out all of the parameters if I have the image problem. If the image is also created due to the presence of a conducting plane in the vicinity of a point charge. So same thing can happen when we have the linear charge distribution, the hollow sphere, the solid sphere, or we can have a ring as well. So at that time also you have to follow the image concept and you have to make an image, and after that you can find out the resultant electric field intensity, the potential, the surface charge density. I hope you understood each and everything. If you have any doubt, you can put the doubt in the comment and I will be trying to resolve your doubt as soon as possible. I hope you like this session. If you like it, please push the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and also give me your feedback. Thank you so much.